Let me give you a guided tour. Let us learn some more.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm the Amastorian, and this time I got something different for you, or rather not, I have another fortification in the archipelago for you. Although this starts up way earlier than we are used to, and it sort of stops way sooner too. And this is on Landsorts battery on the island Öja in the south part of furthest south you can get in the Stockholm archipelago. Now this is a very different sort of thing. Why? Because the first archaeological finds that are on this island is actually a labyrinth from about 3,000 years ago. There's about 300 of these labyrinths total in Sweden. Most of them are in some sort of season fishing sites in the coastal areas, and they are believed to be some sort of fertility connected to some sort of fertility rites in the springtime, or maybe some sort of directional thing that you're supposed to walk through the maze and then you can always get back home when you're out fishing. Yeah, maybe not. We don't really know. There are other evidence of season fishing on Öja from about year 700 to year 800. Somewhere in the 11th to the 16th century, freemen from the city Trosa started to season fishing on Öja. But 1535, King Gustav Vasa placed a permanent pilot on the island. And to this day, still to this day, there are pilots still in work on Öja. Öja is the name of the island. But this video was supposed to be on the battery, the military fortification. Well, 1933, the construction was started on battery Landsorts. Workers from the local area was used. A battery is several cannons working together, and battery Landsorts had three 15.2 centimeter cannons from year 1898. Around the main cannons, anti-aircraft sights and foxholes for infantry fighting was made, as well as several other obstacles, and barbed wire was used to halt the enemy. Some of these major foxholes, most of the smaller foxholes, all of the smaller foxholes are today filled up with concrete, and most of the larger strongholds are blocked off, but one is still open. One is still possible to get into and see how it looked like inside. And it's quite interesting to see that they used the bedrock as a foundation and then used concrete to actually build a sort of house structure on top. Now it's so it is so goddamn low in the roof, you have to stoop to stand in there. You can't stand straight. And this sort of shelf-like thing, I think they used it as a shelf. It's too convenient not to, even though it's made of the bedrock and it's not meant for it, but come on, it's a natural shelf. 1933, the government decided to create a new defensive line, the maritime strip line. The maritime strip line. This time in the outer archipelago, 20 metric miles from north to south. Their work was done in 1945. The result was 52 batteries with several artillery sites, cannons, and 15 fixed facilities with mines. The defense strategy was according to the latest of the time, but some of the materials was aged. Most of the cannons was from the late 19th century and came from old fortifications and battleships. The cannons at Landsorts came from Rindö outside of Vaxholm. The major parts of this of the battery was actually, well, it was 3 cannons, main cannons. These 15.2 centimeter cannons had to have a big staff to actually make it all work. So what did they have? Well, they had a bunker beneath the whole thing. The bunker is pretty big. It has a central tunnel with the kitchen, medical center, toilets, storage units, power plants, barracks. In the central bunker there's barracks for 82 men, and at another site close by for the one other cannon there are barracks for another 46 men, and several more barracks that is nowadays used as hostels. The main central tunnel runs right straight under the lighthouse, and the only thing open in the central bunker is only the top room here, which is not that much. Later this facility was closed down because the technology got aged too much, and they opened a new battery further up the island called Ersta batteriet. There are several sites around this end of the island where you have so many of these foxholes and strongholds everywhere. It's littered around this community. They are just about everywhere. There's a small community here, a bustling little city, little community in the summertime, but it's everywhere, these remnants of the Cold War, you know. And I think that will be it for now on this one. I thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, leave your comments below. Bye bye.
Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe.